Alright guys, we got the Google 6 Pro here. We got the iPhone 13 Pro and the Surface Duo 2. Which one should you get? Which phone is the best? For pictures, it's the Pixel all day long. The pictures on the camera, like still images, is just super crisp every single time. Especially the portrait mode, dumb crazy. The iPhone 13 camera is definitely very nice and updated. That's not even in focus, but definitely a very good camera. But it does not, to me, the Pixel 6 Pro's camera is just way better, just more crispy. Now, video camera, the Pixel has definitely upped their game when you compare it to other Pixels, but iPhone is the king of video camera right now. There's no phone out that has a better video camera. It's just super fluent and steady, walking, running, whatever. Not to mention the cinematic mode now that focuses and defocuses or whatever on video, not just pictures now. So the video, if you're in it for the video, you got to go with the iPhone. It just is what it is. You're gonna have to get used to the Apple ecosystem. We all know that MagSafe is one of the newest features on these iPhones since the 12, I think. I know you don't want to lose that MagSafe capability if you're coming from an iPhone. But if you have the Pixel 6 or Pixel 6 Pro, if you're thinking about getting it, it also uses MagSafe and it charges fine. The Duo 2 is just kind of in a class of its own. I kind of can't even really compare these two, or these three, the Duo N with the rest of them. Especially for the money, we're talking about $1,500. When you compare these two, this is just a whole total different experience, man. I mean, you all know how it is about the whole dual display. It's really going to depend on the person. I see more people that are doing work and things like that first for something like this, just because of a lot of business people or business-minded people that have to do things, stocks. It may be lawyer stuff. They see the price and they're gonna say, okay, this is definitely probably going to be better, way better than the other ones. Productivity-wise, well, heck yeah, it obviously is. You got two phones basically in one. But everybody else, I think that they will want this first, but the price will kind of deter them right now. Like, man, I just can't afford it or whatever. And the carriers don't even carry this phone. You got to get this through Microsoft or like Best Buy or Amazon. So you can't even do if you got Sprint, or not Sprint, but T-Mobile, Verizon, whoever, you don't even have that option. So this is kind of going to eliminate a lot of people right off the bat. They're going to go for one of these two first. But the obviously tasking experience is a no-brainer. This will kill any phone right now as far as that. But we're talking about these two mostly. But I brought that anyway just in case, I got, I don't know, something came to my mind or something. But anyway, now the camera, going back to the camera, this does not have macro mode. We all know. I mean, that's dumb close. But you don't have that on the Pixel. But what you can do is take it back a little bit, hit the 4x zoom, and it's almost pretty much like the macro shot. Look at that. So you don't have a macro mode, but you can kind of work around it and you can make it work. So it's kind of almost the same thing, you know what I'm saying? So you don't even really need the macro mode. You get the same type of quality. Look at that. Look at this. Wait, did it defocus? There we go. That looks like it was taken on a macro camera. It's dirty as crap because it was in my pocket, sorry. But look at this. Crazy. Now let's pull up the iPhone. I ain't even take a okay, let's go ahead and take a picture. of the same thing. I can probably get even closer on the iPhone, but they're very close. You know what I'm saying? So you don't even, that's one thing you got to think about too. They don't really, they didn't even show that off for real. Of course, they talked about the zoom, but they didn't say, hey, there's actually another alternative because we don't have the macro mode. You can zoom in and get the same effect. So again, the camera on this is just the better way to go. But I understand video is important for certain people. I definitely like to take a lot of nice quality videos. It's more future proof. If you don't have a 4K TV already or an 8K TV, you take your videos now and they'll always look good in the future, for at least the next 10 years until 8K is mainstream. That's one thing about the Samsung. Even though I don't have a Samsung phone out here right now, Galaxy, they have, they promote the 8K, but who the heck has an 8K TV right now? I mean, they're like $4,000. It's the same thing when 4K came out. They were super expensive. Now, on Black Friday, you can get one for like $150. So, the whole 8K thing doesn't really hype me up because hardly nobody has an 8K TV to even play video back on. So, that's something that I will go into when the next Galaxy phone comes out. If you're thinking about these two phones, I don't know which ecosystem you're tied in now, but one thing I do not like about Android as a whole is just when you're sending video to somebody. You take a video, it looks great on your camera. You send it to somebody and it looks like Minecraft. It's pixelated, it's polygons. It doesn't look the same way as it does when you took it on your phone. Now, of course, you people gonna say, well, just use a third-party app, use WhatsApp, use Facebook Messenger, and but out the box, you shouldn't have to do that, man. Especially with a $1,000 phone or approaching a $1,000 phone. But that's just how the Android system is. That's where Apple shines with the iMessage. You take a 4K video at 60 frames on your phone, you send it to somebody with another iPhone, it's going to come out the exact same way on the other end. So they really are pulling ahead with that over the last couple of years. I just hate that I have to use a third party and then I have to ask somebody, hey, can you download this app so I can send this video? It's just a lot. People are lazy. They want stuff to be done right then and there. So it's just a shame. But hopefully one day they'll fix that. I don't know what the heck they're gonna do. But iMessage is killing right now. So if you have a Mac, an iPad, iPhone, an iPod Touch, messaging is a little more fun. You get to add all the reactions to your messages and things like that. And the video is just a lot easier to send. It is what it is. Android, not so much. The messages look great and everything, but just the video kills me. It kills me. I've been saying that for years. But anyway, the RAM, I haven't had any issues with any of the RAM on either of these phones. Of course, this one's got 12 gigs of RAM. I mean, I feel like that's overkill. I think the 8 gigs of RAM on here is more than enough. It was cool with 6 gigs of RAM on the first Duo, but they added 2 more. 8 gigs of RAM. I don't even remember what it is on this. Probably 6, maybe 4. I don't know. But I know it's 12 gigs of RAM on this because they advertise that a lot online. I don't think you're really going to notice much difference at all anyway. I think it really comes down to the ecosystem, guys. I know that's just kind of like, that's not going to help you make a decision, but I do like change. If you had an iPhone for the last 5 iPhones, try something else. This is a great alternative to try. You're going to save some money. Your pictures are going to be way more crisp. Your phone is going to be way more customizable. Also, with the internet, you can do split screen on here. One on the top, one on the bottom. You cannot do that on the iPhone. So dumb. You can do it on the iPad, but they don't let you do it on the iPhone, even on the Max version. It's just ridiculous. I mean, obviously they can allow it, but they just won't do it. So it's Apple. But you can do that right out the box with the Google Pixel 6 Pro and pretty much any other Android phone. So, as an everyday driver, I like the Duo 2 myself, just because of just being able to do more than one thing at once and having a lot of screen real estate to view everything on. But the smoothness and everything, as far as the operating system, is gonna run better on one of these guys. If that's what you're into, you got 120 hertz here, 120 hertz here, and you got 90 hertz on here. If you get the Pixel 6, you have 90 hertz on there. I think this Pixel though, man, the hardware it feels real good and round. I know some people don't like the round screens, but it's actually easier to hold to me. You know, if you're using a single style phone like this, very easy to hold. But the other thing that you should note, if you like editing your video, iMovie is going to be the easiest thing to edit your videos in. So not only do you get the stupid, crazy quality video when you're shooting, it's very easy to edit in iMovie. You can do it straight from your phone. You can do it in the car on your way home. Like, it's super easy to use. And if you use it on a Mac, then you get a little more controls to add a few more things, transitions and things like that. With the Pixel, with Android in general, you know, there are several apps in the App Store for editing, obviously, but it's just so much easier and better when they make it from the ground up and build it into the phone, into the OS, like Apple has done, and just stick with that one app and keep updating it over time, versus having to look for a gazillion video apps, you know, looking at the ratings, and then you get it, and then there's a $2 a month thing, and there's a trial. Like, dude, why can't they just have one that you just use, you know? That's where Apple kind of shines right there. Again, for video, this is going to be your best bet. But for everything else, I say the Pixel is going to outweigh the iPhone, just because also if you got an iPhone 11 or 12 already, I would not really recommend upgrading to this phone. It's just, it won't feel that much different than what you already had. And you can just download iOS 15 and get all of the features anyway. Only thing you're going to be missing is like the macro mode and the 120 hertz display, pretty much. And I had to have both phones side by side to even really see the difference, you know, as far as the smoothness going left and right on this phone. So, you know, I would say save your money if you got the 11 and 12 already, and just do the iOS 15 update and wait for the next redesign, which will be the iPhone 14. So anything below that though, yeah, I would go ahead and it'll be a nice upgrade if you have anything below an iPhone 11 and you jump to the 13. Anything like 2 generations behind, yeah, you're gonna feel a big difference. But also now with the Duo, the original, this thing is only $400 now for the first one. That is a crazy deal for what you get with this type of device. Now, of course, the second one is more improved, but for $400, I mean, even if you got that for a second device, I think you would love that for $400. I mean, that's a stupid low price for what you're getting, which is half of both of these. You know what I'm saying? So more than half off, you know, for that. So that's another recommendation I would do if I were you. So let's look at the picture-in-picture options on both. iPhone 13 Pro, you're streaming live TV, and that's on. This is on, right? And say you just want to flick up and continue to have it play. See what happens. Android continues to play. You can continue to do whatever you're doing, and the iPhone just will not allow you to do it, even though you paid $1,000 for this phone. So, you know, there's still room for improvement. This is less than this, and you get more. So I would say the Pixel is going to be the winner this year right now, as far as if you're picking between the iPhone and the Pixel. Now, if I go to this Duo and we play the same we all know the experience on this is just going to be way better. But this is way more too. So, so that's why I'm kind of not even categorizing in this one. But the experience on this is way better to me, because you don't even have to flick it up. You can just continue to doing what you're doing. And the fact, like I said, that this is way cheaper if you get the first one and still have all of these options, that's the best bargain. But everybody is not going to be able to do that. I understand. It's just the fact you can have 2 videos playing and the one on the bottom. $1,500 for this one, $400 for the first one. This one, $8.99 or $5.99, and you still get those. These are just cool. We all know about the picture-in-picture for years with Android, but it's just nice to do. I also like the fact with Android 12, they made everything more rounded. Even the picture-in-picture is not squared off anymore, just more round, like all the icons and everything. iPhone, they just won't let you do dumb stuff. I mean, it's just kind of crazy. So, just a quick little something, man, while I was here. And maybe one of you guys or gals saw something that you didn't really think about or didn't quite know before you made your decision. So I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.